Jamie Carragher and Stan Collymore are among a number of former Liverpool players criticising the club for placing some non-playing staff on furlough. They've become the fifth top-flight side to make use of the government's job retention scheme. Liverpool say affected staff will receive their full salaries. And Stephen Kenny will be in charge of the Republic of Ireland's Euro 2020 playoff. The under-21s boss was due to replace Mick McCarthy at the end of this summer's tournament, but with football suspended, he's moved into the job 4 months early. We're keeping you up to date at talksport.com and, of course, here on talkSPORT.
On DAB Digital Radio and 1089 and 1053 AM, the Weekend Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT.
Hello to you all. It's the Weekend Sports Breakfast. I'm Georgie Bingham. He's Tony Cascarino.
Good morning.
Oh, we talked about good messages yesterday and how so many clubs were sending out good positive messages and how clubs that were furloughing staff were sending out the wrong message. And then the one we've all loved the most this season only went and did it. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, PFA versus players versus Premier League. This is an extraordinary story, very unsavoury in the light of a national emergency where life and death is actually more important than football. We've got loads of guests this morning, including Beef. Andrew Johnson, the golfer, will join us a little bit later, as will Joby McAnuff. We've got Natasha Henry looking at the papers with us. We'll talk cricket with Lizzie Ammon a bit later. It's a busy old morning. Oh, and there'll be a time tunnel too. We're here till 9:30. Good morning. Hi, Cass.
Hi, Georgie.
Oh, dear.
Do you know what? Do you know what's so incredible about this period?
I don't like football today.
No. If we go back a few weeks and everything went in, especially in the media world, in the panic mode about having no sport on, and the subjects that we've had to touch on have been mind-blowing. It continues weekend after weekend and during the week for all the boys, that there's always something to talk about that's just, just so football related, but also for the rest of us, we, who are living in their world and all the troubles that is happening with families and that, it's just affecting everybody, and the football world is coming under so much scrutiny at the moment.
Well, I think the problem is that people look to the wealthy to help in times of crisis.
Yeah, rightly so.
And very few wealthy people have a profile like footballers. But footballers, in the scheme of things, are wealthy. They're young men who only work till they're mid-30, at best, really, to make their fortune. And then it's about managing it. And, any footballer in the top flight really should be able to make themselves set for life. But they have a face to their name, and therefore it's easier for us to round on them than round on anyone else. Now, I do think that the interesting thing that's happened since we sat down 24 hours ago is that it's flipped a 180. The Premier League sent out a really good message on Friday night. Okay, the things that they were paying out, there was a big payment to the NHS, but the payments that they were sending to the EFL and the National League are actually payments due. They're not a gift.
Yes,
they're not.
They're given early.
They're early, which is sensible and helps, but it's not a massive gift. But what's happened is that I see the players being held responsible for the whole world of football, just the top flight players, and I don't care how wealthy they are and how nice they are. That's not okay when football clubs are owned by people who are worth billions and will go back to normal spending millions on players while taking government handouts. I'm not having that, sorry, in our game.
It was a weird day yesterday.
So weird.
As a Liverpool fan, and I've talked about this before, my desire for that club and the reason why I fell in love with it was obviously Bill Shankly was an integral part of that. His socialist way of, he saw the working man and the benefits for trying to keep a team together, and he believed in all that, everyone being united. And it just felt so different yesterday for me because of, I said to you yesterday, I haven't done the cost of what it would cost a football club. If you go like 260 odd employees at Tottenham, how much would that cost a month by month?
Less than $1 million, I reckon. Which
is just small change. And yes, football clubs are going to suffer at the moment, but come on, really, Liverpool Football Club, who have, a 40+ million profit, spent 200 million in the transfer market, spent a lot of money, another nearly 50 million on agents' fees. really couldn't keep the whole staff kept on. I just don't understand.
Well, listen, we'll crunch a few numbers later because I did a little bit of number crunching with help from football experts, financial experts who are on Twitter yesterday, which I think will help put it into perspective. But I think also the best tweet I saw yesterday was from Rob Harris, the journalist, who basically said that in a time of a national emergency, the government in conflict with the players and the Premier League, and it becoming a national conversation when people are dying
of course.
People are facing extraordinary hardships is just so disgustingly unsavoury.
I said it yesterday, Georgie, and I said it weeks before. Leave the players to get on and make their donations. Let them do it personally, like Neymar has done and donated a huge amount. The wage cuts obviously take away from the system because they pay an awful lot of tax.
That's the
but if they want to donate as much as they can, and they will be generous, because I do believe top-end footballers will do this, as in many other people. Gareth Southgate would do the same thing as an England manager. I expect lots of people to come out, wealthy people. Players, people involved in the game will make huge donations. I expect them to do that, and they will. I don't think they'll disappoint me.
I hope not, but at the same time, I do think some of the leaders in football, and we've seen Jordan Henderson and Harry Maguire and Seamus Coleman, people come to the top that we kind of expected. I do think that they have to. There may be a little bit of cajoling required by them. Listen, can we come back to it?
Yes,
because I tell you what, I don't want to go early. It's 6:11 on a Sunday morning.
Should we talk about...
What did you do yesterday, by the way?